Well, like Josh just pointed out, a little unusual playing on Wednesday night, I think. So, just you're in that game week situation, today, and just progressing. Gotten out of camp. Last week school started, a lot of things going on. Had a good camp. Ready to play somebody else besides hitting on ourselves. So but what a challenge. To open the season up with UAB. We got a tough starter. With UAB and Florida State, and the average. I think college football fan would go would underestimate UAB Florida State. I think UAB may be better than Florida State. So you get start off the year with, it's a really not just an average, group of 5 team. I mean, you talk about a team that's won their conference, three times out of the last 4 years. Coach Clark's done a tremendous job there, I think, of rebuilding that program. It's kind of unheard of. What they've done there, and I don't think get enough credit. You kill a program and you bring it back, and to do what they've done over the past, several years in building that program back is just really unbelievable. I go back to point out the deal of SMU. It took SMU probably 30 years to recover from, getting the death penalty and building that program back, and UAB's done it in just the first year, really. So they've done a great job. They're well coached. Got a great team, team speed on both sides of the ball. Defensively, just really they've added to what they got, back from last year with some transfer guys. So they're even going to be better defensively than what they were last year. And I say this, you're going to see a good brand of football across the country. Just because everybody's got everybody back. I talk about our team. I'm like, look, we got pretty much everybody back. We didn't lose many guys, and but everybody's got that 15 to 18 to 20 starters back on their team, so it's going to be a good brand of football. But we got a work cut out for this one, this week, and we're just, hoping our team plays well. That's what I tell our guys. I really don't care who we're playing. It's all about how we play and how we go out and execute. So that's what we're concentrating on right now. And, of course, you come up with game plans, formulate game plans, and, you come up with what you think is best to do. But like I said, I think it's how we execute on all 3 phases of the game, really. But, just getting this game week deal, I know our guys have been looking forward to getting into a game week situation, because it's one of them things, once you get it started, that season rolls on through. So our guys are ready to start playing. And then you kind of go through this summer, fall camp, and you're going, okay, our guys pretty we've handled the deal from playing in the spring pretty well. And then you get into 10 days out, 14 days out in the game, you go, hey, we're playing again. So we just finished playing, so you start back up again. But I think our guys are in a good place mentally, and that's kind of what you want them to be right now this time of year.
John, what do you remember about getting that call from Bill in late 2012, and just that at that point, did you consider being a college coach, and can you kind of assess what that turn in your career has meant to your career?
Well, it's meant a lot. Me and Bill are like brothers. Just I don't know if I've got a better friend, and we've been friends a long time. He's just one of those lifelong friends. So, not really, pushing the envelope trying to get into college football, and you get a call from your best friend and wants you to do it, you do it. And it just is worked out. I'm just excited that he gave me the opportunity to do that. I'm excited Jacksonville State gave him the opportunity to be the head coach here, and we turned this program around really, really quick, and I think it kind of speaks for itself. That first year, what we were able to do, and come in, and the program never have won a playoff game, and to win 2 of them that year and get to the quarterfinals was a big deal. And but like I said, it was just a really good call. You look back on it, Joe, it's just to see where we're at now, and so it's a lot of blessings for sure.
Can you point to specific things that 2013 staff accomplished that they kind of achieved some foundational things for what's happened since?
Well, I think any program, it gave this program a belief, and the start of that year, was kind of tough. We lost, we didn't know how to close out games. We lost some games early in that season that were, overtime games and games that came down to the wire. And we just that team started winning and started clicking at the right time. And I think that kind of set the foundation for the belief of hey, we can be a national contender. And I think any program that becomes a national contender, you have to, that belief has to start somewhere. So I think it started at the end of that season, with that playoff run. And, we were able to capitalize on that over the next several years of that confidence and that belief that you have. But like I said, I think that staff did a tremendous job, with kind of a young football team, and, just kind of found our way and found an identity, and just it prospered at the end of the year.
I think one other time you guys have gone up head-to-head was that 2007 championship game. What do you remember preparing for one of his teams? And what's it like doing that?
Well, it's no easier. It's very, very tough, and we don't. I can't say me and him were excited about us squaring off next Wednesday. We're used to talking to each other probably once a week. We hadn't talked since probably middle of June. So it's one of those deals where I don't think it's very pleasant for either one of us. But when you look at the style of play, it's almost like looking in the mirror. Our programs are built off the same mentality, because we started out coaching together and we have the same, fundamental philosophies. And, we want to stop the run. We want to run the football. And they're a stop the run, want to run the football team. So, you start preparing for them. You always know when Coach Clark's teams are going to be, just very, very fundamentally sound. They're going to block well. They're going to tackle well. They're going to be solid in the special teams. They're going to be a very aggressive team. So those are the things you're going to get, and they're talented. They have done, just an outstanding job of recruiting. And I think that's what I said a while ago is they don't get enough credit for what they've done in rebuilding that program. I think it's just undervalued what they've done. I think I ring the bell on, what a tremendous job they've done. And that's come first and foremost out of recruiting. And really, you look at the build back, he's done it, two different ways. You had to go out and you had to fill a roster that had nobody on it coming back. So you had to, take a lot of junior college guys, okay, and get in there and able to win with them in that first 2-year span and win handily. Well, then at the same time, he was recruiting high school kids in and building that roster with high school kids. And the level of high school kids they've gotten in there and developed has been amazing to me, because when you look down their roster, it's Birmingham, it's Mobile, it's a lot of Alabama kids, and they've gotten high-level Alabama kids. So instead of losing a kid to a lower-level Power 5, they've been able to hang on to some of those kids, and they've done a nice job of taking some transfers in, sprinkling some of them in, and still using some junior college guys. So it goes back to the recruiting deal of, they're a very, very talented football team.
One more for me. Speaking of recruiting local, you got quite a few on your team this year, right around here. And I know that Yasmin Green is on the 2B. Can you speak to his development?
Well, Yasmin, I think he had a few offers coming out. We took an offer on him, and I think he's a local kid that's paid off. He's developed. He comes from a football family, of course, and but his knowledge of the game is really, really good. He's got great athleticism, and he's done really well to be a young player, and looking for really good things for him in the future. The good thing about him, he's so long and fast that he can play multiple positions. So he can play the corner position, he can play the safety position. I'm not sure one day he can play the nickel position. So certain situations you'll see him on the field, in our packages. But he's developing really, really well.
What does it mean to have the national exposure that UAB guys? What does that mean for Young Green State?
I'm sorry, you're gonna have to repeat that. I can't hardly hear. Okay, we turn the speaker up a little bit.
Can you hear me now?
I got you now. Yep. Say it again.
Oh, sorry. I was going to say, what does it mean for both programs that you guys are going to be on the national stage, broadcast-wise, and just how far these programs have come and what you and Coach Clark have done?
Well, I mean, I think it's huge for both programs. Being on national television, only game on that night, kind of, kicking the season off. I know there's a few games the weekend before, but one of the first games in the country to kick off and get that national exposure, I know for our program, it means a lot, and I think for both programs to be spotlighted, it's going to be a huge advantage. And, definitely we want to play well. We don't want to get embarrassed on national television, so we got to work cut out for us to try to stay with them for sure. So, like I said, I think it's good for both programs. I think it's a great game. We've played in this kickoff classic type game in Montgomery before, so they do a great job of running this game, and I think it's going to be a good football game.
Coach Cross, you've got Matthew Caldwell listed as your backup quarterback. Could you talk a little bit about him and kind of what you see from him?
Well, Matthew, you wouldn't know is a freshman. He don't play like a freshman. He handles pressure very, very well. He's just come in and he's just very, calm and collective with everything he does. Works very, very hard at the game. I mean, you can't hardly run him out of the film room. He's always watching film. I think him and Coop have just really got to be buddies, and they talk football a lot, and they're in there watching tape a lot. But, as poised a freshman as I've seen, he's come in and really just won that spot, just outright, and won it. And I would be comfortable with him going into the game. I think he's got that composure and that knowledge of the game. But he's got good legs, so he can extend plays well enough to hurt you running the ball, and he's got a great arm. And I think what sets him apart is decision making. He makes good decisions. Now, I can't say that critiquing him through fall camp that he hadn't made a lot of freshman mistakes. He's made your typical freshman mistakes that he'll learn from. But I think future's bright for him for sure.
Also, how is Jack Dawson? Will he be your holder as well as your punter?
He will be. Yes.
What about him that leads to him winning the holding job?
Well, I mean, I think he works with those guys more. We throw a quarterback in there every now and then, let them hold just for, fake opportunities, things like that. But, Jack does a good job of the timing and getting the ball down and the laces spun and putting it where the kicker wants it. And like I said, he's the guy that gets to work with them the most. So to have your punter be the holder is, really a easy thing to do. So I'm glad he can do it.
He seems to have a lot of composure when he drops back to punt. Could you talk about kind of what you see in that regard?
He's gotten just a lot more comfortable when he got here, last year. So he had never punted really live in a game, going into their first game when he got here. So he's got more comfortable back there, and he just does a good job of putting the ball where we want it. And his consistency has been really, really good. Through the this experience he's got. And so he's punting the ball really good right now. And, the guys going back to the holding opportunity, they love the Australian accent that he gives when he calls out the ready, and tells them we're tackle over or whatever we are. So, Jack's just a fun guy. He can hang with anybody on our team as far as just hanging out, and our guys love him. But he's doing a great job right now.
John, when you deliver that pregame speech, especially before a first game, is it stuff you put down on paper? Is it pretty spontaneous? And what do you think your thoughts would be that you share with the team next Wednesday?
I don't know. I'll know right before I get there. I have some things in mind, but I'm off the cuff guy. I'm off of what I'm feeling at that time. I'm not a Newt Rockney, got my speech wrote out that I'm going to give them. And, I think kids nowadays, you kind of lose them when you do that. So, I mean, it's got to be, they got to know you're talking from your heart and you mean it. And, a lot of times I'll tell them when you get to that point, if I've got to say something to get your juices going and flowing, then we in trouble already. So, I think those speeches that get you really your motor crunk up, they might be good once or twice a year. But week in, week out, You win games in practice and the way you practice and your mentality. And our guys know how we want to play. And I think it's about getting out there and executing how you expect to play and the level that you want to play at. And like I said, if I got to get out there and headbutt somebody for a game, we're in trouble. Now if I need to do that for us to play a little better, I will. But I feel like if I have to come up with some kind of great and wonderful pregame speech, we probably better get back on the bus and come back home. So, but we'll have something for them.
All right, we've got safety Nicario Harper here. Nicario, if you could just open us up with a comment on your thoughts on being able to start the season next week.
Well, for one, I want to say I'm just grateful and thankful to be healthy and for all my teammates to be healthy going into this season. But we're very excited, and we know what kind of game we're going into. We come to the game with a mindset, to play our best game and start the season off right.
Questions for Nicario?
Nicario, what do you see from both the two quarterbacks for you guys, Coop and Caldwell?
I see very good. What stands out right now about Coop is his decision making. He's making very good decisions right now. He's very patient. He's not forcing anything. He's very calm and collected right now. You could tell he's kind of older, and he controlling the offense very good. Matthew, he looked pretty good too. For a freshman, he definitely stood out to me. He have a nice arm. He's mobile. He's smart, and I like his attitude. He's never too high, he's never too low. He's very just calm and collected, but he's going to be a very good player, and I trust him if we need him to go in the game.
It seems like you've, after a great spring season, you've been able to enjoy some good things in the off season. You've gotten a lot of awards, but you're also kind of in a position where you're serving as a team spokesman, and you seem to handle that pretty well. How do you handle it as well as you do?
It's not hard, Just you gotta be thankful and just focus on things that's gonna continue to get you better, continue to make your team better. It's a team sport. It's not about you. So as long as you keep that mindset and stay humble and just enjoy the small things, that'll take care of itself. Like I say, I'm just happy to be here, and I'm happy to be around this environment. I enjoy my coaches and teammates, so it make everything easy.
What are your thoughts on UAB?
I feel like UAB is a very good team. I feel like they're well coached. I feel like they're physical. I feel like they're only going to get better. I think they had a good season last year, off winning the conference championship. I feel like going into this year, they're gonna want to do it again. They're gonna want to repeat. So I feel like it's nothing that we can't handle. But I feel like they're a very good team, though.
Nicario Yasmin Green is on the 2 deep, and I imagine you've had some practice work with him. Kind of what are your thoughts about what you're seeing out of him?
I love Yasmin. I love everything about him. He's very long. He learns fast. He's quick. He can play corner. He can play safety. He can play nickel. He's just very versatile. I really love Yasmin. He's like my little brother, I want to see him do great things. I push him every day. He work hard. He come here every day, and he give everything he got every practice. So the future is going to be definitely bright for him. When he touch the field this year, y'all going to see. He's a very versatile player. He's very long and instinctive.
You mentioned you kind of see him as a little brother. How did that relationship develop?
It developed basically, well, all the freshmen, of course, are my little brothers, but Yasmin kind of different because he had to step up a lot last year. Last year we had a lot of injuries, we had a lot of guys go down, and Yasmin was one of them players who pretty much had to play a little corner and safety. He had to play so many positions last year because we didn't have enough depth because of injuries, and he stepped up a lot. So I had to teach him a little bit of this and that, and he just responded very well. And coming into this season, you could tell the growth. You could see a lot of growth, and he has a lot of potential to be a good player.
Nicario, in this state where, most people talk about Alabama and Auburn, how cool is it to have this stage, you and UAB, all to yourself, national TV, and how important is it for you guys to kind of put your best foot forward?
To be honest with you, this is an opportunity in a lifetime, not just for me, but for me and my teammates and my coaches, to get an opportunity to play a school like this to start the season off. It's a very big game to us. We're not gonna let the game over. How can I say this? We're not gonna let this game be too big, but we understand what kind of stage we're on right now, and we understand that us going out here, we have something to prove, and I know my coaches and my teammates. We couldn't be more excited and thankful for this opportunity.
All right, we got quarterback Zerrick Cooper here. Cooper, if you could just open this up. It's been a short turnaround for a lot of guys, but it's been a while since you've been able to get back. What are your thoughts being able to just be a week away from finally getting back on the field?
Oh man, I'm excited. Coming back from an injury back in October, rehabbing, developing a relationship with my teammates again, just giving me a fresh start to come back out here with my guys, just ready to play, and just look forward to the game next Wednesday.
Questions for Coop?
Coop, what do you see from Matthew, your backup quarterback?
He's a very talented guy. Young. He's very impressive. The way he throws the ball, the way he's quickly picking up the offense. Even right now, just watching film with him, how he asks questions. He's willing to learn. The sky's the limit for Matt.
You seem to enjoy being kind of in that mentor role. Could you talk a little bit about that?
Yeah. Why not? At some point, my career here at JSU is coming to an end. So why not give the young kids some knowledge? I want to come back and see him succeed and stuff like that. So, why not be that mentor for these other kids that's coming up?
Joe, do you have something?
Yeah, Zerrick, just, obviously you played against Florida State last year, and, 2 more opportunities here to go up against FBS competition. And, what kind of opportunity do you see, not just for the team, but for yourself trying to build your stock?
Right now, I'm not really focused on the NFL right now. Right now, I just want to enjoy my process here at JSU, continue to win games and, enjoy the college experience, and then the rest will take care of itself.
Zerrick, you know how crazy this state is about football, but you also know, Alabama and Auburn, seem to dominate the conversation in this state. How cool is it that you and UAB can share this stage on national TV and play a football game, and how important is it to put your best foot forward Wednesday night?
It means a lot. Like you said, Auburn, Alabama, those are some of the top programs that are here in college football. I know us and UAB, we will take advantage of the spotlight playing on ESPN and stuff like that. And I know both teams will come ready to play.
Anything else for Zerrick?
Yeah, just one more for me, if you don't mind, Josh.
No, go ahead.
What do you want people that maybe have never seen JSU play, what do you want them to see Wednesday night?
Oh, man, how physical we play. We don't back down from nobody. We don't play against some of the best teams in college football. To name a few, Auburn, of course, LSU, UAB, Kennesaw. We don't play against some of the best schools, and right now we just want to showcase our talents on the field next Wednesday. That way we can eliminate all doubts of the FCS football.